tell all the hunters to lay down their guns. Tell them that the tiger needs a little bit of love. Let them run the jungle, let them roam their land, then stand back and marvel, what a beautiful cat. 'Cause
No, I'm not the Tiger King, but maybe I'm the Tesla King. In any case, just thought I'd have some fun. We're here to talk about an adjustable tilt mount for the screen in your Model 3. So let's take a look at it. All right, so let's talk about this product, this enhancement to the Model 3 and Model Y coming soon. I'll give you some details on that. And I will also give you a discount code for this product at the end of the video. So this product, easy to install. It's actually made by a fellow community member named Matt, who actually has a YouTube channel called Tech Forum. Check him out and give him a follow. It's very simple. It's actually only 4 pieces. There's there's 2 brackets, 1, 2, and these are machine grade. Like, this is some solid stuff on these brackets here. So 2 brackets, a set of 4 bolts and 4 washers, a tool, and a sleeve. Now, the sleeve is used to cover up what you're changing so that it doesn't look too mechanical, and it still keeps that clean, simple look. A very nice thing to add in there just to make it a more polished product. But that's all it is. And I'm going to go ahead and install it, give you my feedback, and show you what it's done differently than what the OEM look and design of the display is. Let's check it out. Okay, so one thing that I did want to check and observe before we changed the display was, based on, let's go to my driving, a situation here, and let's just measure how far it is from my right shoulder to the screen. And so, yes, the handy dandy measuring tape comes out once again. All right, so that right there, from my right shoulder as I'm driving to there, so it's 31 inches or 79 centimeters. Let's now, that's kind of the main point, because that's going to definitely be coming close. Now, when I sit here, I can see the full entire screen. I can see down in the corner, it's not being blocked. Now, if I put my hand right here, I am blocking a little bit of the corner of the glass. So that's one thing to be aware of. But yeah, I think this is essentially going to push it out and tilt it towards me. So, all right, so I've gotten all the tools needed, just organized it down on the floor over here. Everything that you're gonna need. It's actually more than what was included in the box. I'm gonna highlight what those things are. Let me show you on the floor here. All right, so what we're looking at here is all the tools needed to install the tiltable display. You're gonna need a flathead to pry off the bottom panel here. You're also going to need 2 torque screws, one to remove this temperature sensor here, and that's this guy right here, the smaller one. You're gonna need the bigger one to remove the actual back of the display, the actual holder. These are the brackets that came with the kit. These are the bolts that came with the kit, the washers, the tool, the washers, and then of course you're going to need a socket here with a 10 millimeter. The 10 millimeter is actually for the bolts as soon as you take off the panel, and then of course you have the cover. It's very important to keep all your stuff organized, and so I organized it down here on the floor because it just helps me keep track of everything. And I don't know, it also really looks good too. Man, these, just a side note, I've reviewed a lot of mats, but these mats here were actually the first mats I ever reviewed on the channel. I'll put a link to it right above here, but There's a reason why I always come back to these mats. They're just so damn good, and they look good too. So anyway, that's a side note. Now that I've got all the tools here in place, let's go ahead and install them. All right, so I just wanted to cover this. I just popped off the panel. This is the panel that's underneath the display. You can kind of see here, I kind of marred it up a little bit, but it's very thin. I used a flathead screwdriver about this big. None of my pry tools fit because it was so thin, but basically you don't have enough room to stick it in and wedge it. So what you have to do is stick it in and twist it. So twist your screwdriver, that will help pry it apart. It's not too bad, as you can see here. Hopefully you can see that, but yeah, I mean, it's not too much of a concern. It's underneath, it's below, it's hidden, but that's off. So let's see what else is left that needs to be done. All right, so what we're looking at here is the underneath of the display. This is the panel that we just popped off. This is the plug that plugs into the temperature sensor. So we're just gonna set that aside. We wanna remove these two bolts that are up here. So we're gonna need a 10mm socket wrench here. And that's what we're gonna use to actually remove these bolts right here. So let's go ahead and get that in there. And just be careful that you're not hitting your screen and you're taking your time here and just removing it slowly. One thing that I will highlight are these are the only two bolts holding this display on. All right, once both bolts are removed, you're just gonna wiggle the screen back and forth slowly. Take your time, and the entire display will actually come loose. The reason why you don't want to do it fast is because there are cables still connected. And the problem is the way that this cable is connected, it's so far inside that you have to remove this housing before removing the cable. So that's why you put the microfiber down in the middle. We're going to set the display down on that and remove this assembly, or this housing, whatever you may want to call it. All right, so this is the back of the display, the assembly. And as I was talking about, see how that goes all the way in there? You can't take it off. So you got to remove this piece. And the way to remove it is torque screw. And that is going to be, I believe, it's this one. Yes, it is. T30 torque screw is what you're going to need. So I'm going to go ahead and remove these now. All right, so both screws have been removed. This is the housing here. And then now we have access to this plug. And so for the plug, it looks like there is just a, oh, here on this side, just a little pinch to release. And from what Matt showed is you just kind of want to wiggle it. You don't want to force it. Take your time with all this stuff. You don't want to break anything or damage anything. So I'm just going to pinch it here on the left to release it. And it is in there pretty tight. So let me just put down the camera and just I'm just going to wiggle this and slowly get it loosened up and remove it. All right, not gonna lie, this was quite a challenge to remove this connector. It looks very easy. There's just a, right here on the driver's side, there's a little pin that you push down. It's right there. I used a plastic tool to push it down while I literally just took my time, just kept like this. Eventually that stayed pressed down, which I knew I had passed that point, and I was just wiggling it and it finally came loose. Be patient, take your time. This is connected directly. You don't want to break this. And yeah, it's now released. So now we can pull this connector thing, the housing, completely off. Here's what that earlier flathead screwdriver did when I was trying to get it off. Not too bad, but remember that face is completely underneath, so you never see that. Now that we've got all that off, we can install the product. All right, so the next step is to remove the temperature sensor. That's this thing. It's located on the bottom panel. That's what reports the inside cabin temperature. And so, yeah, we're gonna need I think this is a T15 to remove these both screws here. And we're gonna remount this. All right, so now that everything is off, I put my display up there, screen down on this soft material. It's got a screen protector on it from Accessorize, so I know it's good. We're going to start with the pieces that we're given. So the first piece is going to be this piece. This is the one with the kind of angle. This is how it looks. And what you'll notice is that this piece fits exactly in just like that, right? So it sits in like this. And what you're going to do is the existing bolts that came out from the original display, that's what you're going to screw right here into the bottom. And that's the same, a 10 millimeter, and that's what you're going to fasten in there. So I will tighten those down and then we'll talk about what steps next. All right, so your display is laying flat like this. We're gonna take the secondary piece in this angled shape, and where it's gonna sit is right here, okay? So go ahead and grab the two big bolts, and be very careful because if it falls down there, you're gonna short your board out. So just get it in through here, and then that is going to screw into this. So let me finish that up. Now, when you're tightening those bolts down after you've mounted this back piece to the display, I recommend just getting a 0.5 millimeter and just tightening those down. So you will need that if you want to tighten those down back there. But yeah, I just kept it all flush. Now what we'll need to do is we're going to stand this up. We're going to place it on here, and we're going to drop these down in through here, and they're going to go in through the top on this. So it's going to be a little bit tricky. I will try to keep the camera running while doing it, and you'll see kind of how to do it. Now you have to have a washer, so it's going to get a little finicky, but I'm going to try my best. So, all right, so hopefully this looks okay for you, but here are the holes that are in this, and this is going to drop down, and this is going to get really tricky, but if you really get your head up in there, you can line it up. And if I get this on the first try, this is going to be pretty impressive. But I mean, you got to get in there. All right, so I've got one done. So let me get the other one so it's not completely resting on it. All right, let's get these tightened down. So lifting it up does help so that when you're screwing these in, your kind of position is not like hanging low. This kind of gets it into the orientation that it needs to be. And so just like that, it's now mounted, and you can see that my display hasn't changed. Now this is back in its flat orientation, but now, and I need to, it's not easy to move so that it won't but moved like this, now you can see how the orientation has moved and changed, and how the display now easily is just slightly angled towards me. It actually looks a lot more angled in the vehicle, how much more angled it is towards me, but man, it just makes it so much easier. I could just look over and see it all, and look at how much closer I am to the display. So let's measure that out, and let's see how how long that is. So from my right shoulder to the edge of the display is 30. So it really didn't change. I mean, I saved 1 inch, I'll tell you that much, but man, it makes a hell of a difference when you're driving. Like if I'm driving now, I feel like it's the exact same view as before, but oh, it just feels nicer. That it's just like, it just feels like it's right there. It's right there. I don't know if it's going to really convey that in the video, but it just feels like it's just right there. Like, you know what this reminds me of? This reminds me of a cop car where the screen is angled towards you, and it just feels so much easier to grab and navigate and just click on things and do things, turn on the air or whatever. I feel like I've got more. Look at how easy it is for me to hit the volume, the passenger side volume. It's amazing. Huh. Not bad. This is not bad. Let me show you what the back side looks like. I haven't put the cover on, but as you can see back here, it does look a little messy, but that's why the included the shroud or whatever this cover placement is there. And remember we talked about the temperature sensor. So the temperature sensor gets mounted right under here, and it's got a little holder and everything, so you just plug back in the included wire and you cover it up. So let me cover it up and then I'll show you what it looks like after cover up. Let's take a look back there now. You can see how clean it is. The cover is in place. You can't really see anything. You can see down here the temperature sensor is not been removed or disrupted. It's still in the same spot, still connected. You still have access to all the same stuff. It opens perfectly fine, not coming in the way. And from the front, here it is from the passenger side, how it looks. If you were sitting in the passenger side, you can see the tilt to the screen, and then back again from the driver's side. If you're sitting here, what the display looks like. It's essentially just a little bit lower, so it's not really coming up in your line of view as you're seeing out the display, or you're seeing out the windshield, and then just slightly tilted. It just feels a lot more accessible, I would have to say. This is pretty good. I'm actually pretty impressed. And for those of you wondering like how secure it is, it's not going anywhere. I mean, I'm shaking the heck out of it. I tightened down all the bolts, everything that was included. I did have 2 extra washers. I didn't see where those go. They could have gone on the bolts that were before the final bolts. So I don't know, but I didn't see it in the install video. But yeah, good to go. Everything's installed. Keep the panel that was down there before, as well as the other extra piece, just in case you want to revert back. Pretty easy. You saw how easy the install was, so you can see how easy it would be to just revert it back and go back. And also, you can also have the screen flat and not tilted with this install, so you don't have to go back to the original factory. But like, if you're gonna sell the car, or you're taking it in for service or something like that, fairly easy. I would say 15-20 minutes maybe to revert everything back. For me, because I don't have organization of tools, yeah, mine's a different story. But yeah, there you go. That is the tiltable screen by Tech Forum. All right, sorry for the technical difficulties here, but essentially what I am saying is that I was very impressed with this tiltable display. It was not hard to install. I do wish that there was essentially a list of supplies that I would need to provide, because I thought everything was included, but that's the least of the worries, as for me, I don't really have stuff on hand to quickly get them. But on a rating of like 1 to 5, I would give this about a 2.5 on the difficulty scale as far as installation is concerned. I do feel that it adds a very convenient design. Is this product a must-have essential item? No, probably not, but it's definitely an enhancement to an existing design that only makes it a little bit easier. Now, I will evaluate it over the next couple of weeks and look for my comment pinned at the bottom of the description to see what my thoughts are after some time. As I promised, there is a discount code for this product. You'll find it down below in the description. Make sure to use that if you're going to purchase this product. And let me know if you have any questions. If you have any questions about the installation, about the design, what my feedback is, and so forth. Hopefully you liked this video. If you did, make sure that you hit the thumbs up button, and make sure that if you are not already subscribed, that you take the time and subscribe. And by hitting that thumbs up button, it helps other people find the video as well. So, more people can get better use out of these videos. In any case, hopefully you enjoyed it. And just to throw back, yes, these are tigers on my shirt. They're riding on skateboards. Hence, the early in the video, Tiger King reference, Tesla King, and so forth. In any case, I thought I needed to explain it. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Take care, and I'll see you guys around. Later.